wrong on the other one. So let me give you guys at least a minute to get in. Maybe this is a bad time to go live, but I got time. My boys are in the process of getting their hair cut, so little Mike is going first. And then at 6 o'clock, I have a meeting at the school for my daughter's Sonora trip to the mountains, her sixth grade trip. So I got like 20 minutes right now. So I'm like, if nobody comes in the live, should I just make this a video? There we go. I was wondering where you guys were at. I was like, where's everybody at? Y'all don't love me no more. And then I was like, is this a bad time to go live? Because people are just getting off of work. But there y'all go. There y'all go, right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and post this. There's only a couple of you guys in here. Thank you for the likes. Y'all came straight in the video and gave me a like. Okay, period. Love that. So I have some exciting news that I want to share with you guys, and I've known this news for about 2.5 weeks. Just I feel ready and comfortable to share it with you guys now. So okay, should we give everybody a second so they can all hear it at once? Or should I just say, hey girl, I've been so busy, glad I caught your live. Yes, hey girl, bye. Hey, shout out to all my mods. Just shout out to y'all for being in the building. And shout out to everybody that's a part of my membership for being here as well. So make sure you guys hit a like on your way in. Miss you too. Part 5 is coming, y'all. Okay, a lot is happened, and a lot has to be said. And we gon' what is it? Red table talk it? Yeah, we gonna bring it to the red table, circle table, whatever it's called. We gonna talk about it. But in between time, I have an announcement, and I know this is a random time to be live on a Tuesday. But like I said, when I started this live, my boys are, I'm in the car. The baby's literally knocked, you guys. And my boys are getting a haircut. So I'm like, I got time. So, as you guys know, you look so beautiful. Thank you. I think I look a mess, but I appreciate it. I got off of work and got straight in the shower and put my gym clothes on, my workout clothes. Because what I keep saying, because I need to get my son's haircut, and then my daughter has a meeting at school at 6. So hopefully their haircuts don't take long. So as you guys know, hope you guys had a great day. I'm here to drop some news, and it's exciting news for me, and I want to share it with, my community, my village here on the internet. So as you guys know, a year ago, my father was killed in a tragic accident, pedestrian accident, where he was ran over. Well, what I can talk about, I will talk about here. So what I did is I pursued a lawsuit against one of the people that hit my father. One of them, at the time of the incident, told the officers that they had insurance. The other one said they had insurance as well. But when it came down to it, months later, we find out that the first person that actually ran my father over did not have insurance. Only the second person did. And she's very young, like early 20s young. And she had a full coverage, thank God. So we do have a settlement going on right now for the wrongful death of my father. So anytime you have automotive insurance, you have accidental death, you should. Hopefully you do. I advise everybody to make sure that, I don't know if you have to have it. I think so. It's like law, but I'm not sure, okay? Because people be driving with no insurance. But if you don't, if it's required, whatever, make sure you got it and make sure it's for a good amount of money, because things happen, right? And something like this could have been prevented, but also at the same time, sometimes things just happen. So thank God she did have insurance. So me and my siblings will be receiving a payout for this situation. And no amount of money will bring my father back. No amount of money will justify this situation, and no dollar amount will make this go away or ease our pain or anything of that nature. I want to clarify that as well because I don't want people to get this, me explaining this, misunderstood, right? So, her insurance company hired a lawyer to find my dad's heirs, so his children. So with this type of insurance claim, it only goes to his biological children. So they hired a private investigator to find all of my father's biological children. Well, here's the news. We recently found out that I have a baby sister, you guys. When I say a baby sister, I mean she's only 22 years old. So I'm literally 11 years older than her because I'm 33 and she's 22, right? 10, yeah. I'm 11 years older than her. And I have a baby sister, you guys, which I'm extremely excited about. I know her birthday. I know her name. Obviously, I'm not going to disclose it. But yes, she was actually born here in Fresno, California. The investigators are trying to find out right now if she was adopted out or not, because they're having a hard time locating her. So they're having a hard time locating her. We haven't received an update from the lawyer for about 2 weeks. So we're giving it some because these things take time. Private investigators to find people, especially if she's no longer in California or how far she was adopted out. So I am so excited. So excited, you guys. I really hope that she's open to having a relationship or wanting to get to know us, or at least me. I'm not sure, obviously, if she has other siblings, that she grew up with that are adopted as well. I'm not sure. But she does have a big family on this end. And thank you. And I'm so excited, you guys. Honestly, I am like, I told my brother we're not going to contact the lawyer for 30 days. So we have 2 more weeks. So October, was my daughter. And she's at drama practice. So Ellen has a role in a play at school. And so she has practice every day and cheer and all that. So anyways, that was her. I'm extremely excited. So we won't be contacting the lawyer until the first week of October for an update. I did let the lawyer know once they do reach contact with her, that I asked her, could she give her my name and my number? And so she could, if she wants to give me a call, and I also give her my social media in case she doesn't want to call. It's like it's a weird situation, of course, to find out you have such a big family and you're 22 years old, and it looks like possibly she was adopted out because we're having a hard time finding her under her birth name. So it looks like possibly her name was changed. And I am so excited, you guys. I really am, especially like a little sister. So I know how Ellen feels, my daughter, you guys. Her dad has two sons that are 24 and almost 21. Because as you guys, I don't know if you guys know, my first kid's father, he's 10 years older than me. So he had two kids prior from two different women. And then we have three children together. So he has five children. He has four sons. And then Ellen is his only daughter this far. I'm not sure if he's going to have any more kids. He's 40 something. But Ellen's the only girl, and Ellen always tells me all the time, I cannot stand being the only girl. Mom, please have one more baby. That's a whole nother discussion because I know you guys are like, hold up, we left off on part 4. What's going on? We'll get there. So I understand how she feels, wanting a sister really bad, because she literally has 4 brothers. And I can imagine that sucks because I grew up with brothers, and not sisters. So my oldest sister is almost 50, I don't have a relationship with her. Obviously, there's a huge age gap with our age, huge age gap. And she started having children when she was like 14. So when I was born, I already had nephews. When I was born, the ghetto, right? And so, yeah, I never really was like super, super close to her because of the age gap and because of her lifestyle and her children's lifestyle, yada, yada. So I don't even talk to her, you guys, like whatsoever, not even on a daily basis, not even once a month, maybe like twice a year, or if somebody dies, unfortunately, that's when we talk. And then, as you guys know, because I came on here and went off one day, I do have another sister from my mom. So my mom had one child before me, which is my mom's oldest biological daughter. So you guys are aware of her. Um, you guys are aware of that, and I've shared that story here on this platform and TikTok. If you've never watched it, she was adopted out. So my mom had her first child when she was um 15 years old, and my biological grandfather, my mom's dad, forced her to give it up for adoption. Unfortunately, it's a very sad situation. And so she wasn't raised with us. She was raised by her adopted parents all the way in Los Angeles, California, which is 4 hours away from where we live. And so, unfortunately, we do not speak and probably will never speak again. Um, and I've explained this already, the videos here on my YouTube channel, because it's a lot. But I've explained on why and on how she acts and different things. And I think I promised myself that if she was to do this again, that I would never speak to her. And it's something only God can repair or fix. I don't know if I have any mods in here. Who is she? What is she saying? Okay, hold on. Okay, she's out of here. So I'm so done. I'm so done. And I'm trying, you guys, it's hard. Okay, so let me finish this. It's hard to, when you're trying to build your relationship back with God and follow God, it's hard. Like I say all the time as a disclaimer, I might say some cuss words still. I'm going to fall short. I'm a sinner. I don't proclaim to be this holy, got it all together. Everything that comes out my mouth is going to be proper and upright and good and all that. I will never get on this internet and say anything like that. Like I'm a hot mess still, but I'm a work in progress, right? And I have my own reservations about her and her coming on the internet and what it is, you guys. A lot of times when people hit rock bottom, and I'm going off of is it Ravens Gray's comment? That's what I'm talking about right now. It says, I don't want to change the subject, but lying Liv is trying so hard to be you. She keeps saying clock it. I've never heard that term till you, oh, she bought a Bible. And so I never want to speak down on somebody trying to change their life, right? Trying to grow, trying to become better. That's just not who I'm building to be, right? Um, in Christ. I'm not trying to tear her down. But again, when people hit rock bottom and they're no longer delusional about their situation and they accept it at like face front value, then a lot of times people turn to God. And I think it's great when people have nowhere else to go, they don't have anybody to turn to, and their life is in shambles. A lot of us, just not her, turn to God. So if this is a real thing, you guys, ooh, I feel like I'm gonna throw it. Whew. Mm-mm-mm. When that nauseated feeling just, ooh, hold on, y'all. Whew. when it just like comes upon you and there's nothing you can do. I'm so sorry for that. Whew, Lord. Mm. She's back to cussing. The Bible was a prop. And I'm not trying to laugh. I'm just saying, like, it's too much. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. And I mean, I don't know. I'm not perfect. I mean, I'm literally still married to a woman. So trust me, I have no room to throw rocks or stones at anybody's glass house. You know what I mean? But anyways, she's absolutely copying your content. Well, maybe she'll find her long lost sister. But anywho, not too much. Clock it. But yes, guys, I'm really excited. I have a 22-year-old sister. That is the big news. We don't want to give her too much on my little platform because of course she has a huge platform, okay? Not too much there. But yes, I have a baby sister, you guys. I've never met her. I don't know what she looks like, but the investigators for my dad's payout for you know, his tragic accident from the insurance company. They are trying to locate her, and I'm really excited, you guys. Again, I have an older sister that's 20 something years older than me. We've never had like a real relationship, bond, or connection. And then I have a sister that was adopted out who is, we, it just, I don't know. Okay, is anybody on my live here an only child, or do you know people or have friends or family members that are they're the only child? I feel like this. People that are the only child have only child syndrome. Yo, I am so nauseous. It is ridiculous. And I need some chapstick, and I don't know where it's at. The only child syndrome. I'm an only child. Okay, no shade to you, Sunday sis. You know I love you. But I feel like people that are the only child, I come from a lot of siblings, a lot of nephews, a lot of cousins. I come from a very, very big family, right? And I am the oldest out of my little group of section of kids and nieces and cousins, right? And I've always taken care of them. I've always taken care of them, their kids. I've always taken care of my great nieces and nephews. Like, I've always been the big sister, the big auntie, the big cousin who's financially stable, mentally stable, has her own place, has her own car. I've been the auntie with the money. I've been the big sister with the money. Like, I've always taken care of everybody and everybody's kids, right? Until now. I don't do that no more. My cup is empty. I don't have nothing else to give, and I've made a lot of boundaries in regarding that, period, point blank, and I just don't operate out of that space any longer. But there was a time when I did, you know, and I feel like not all children, not all adults that are only, you know, the only child or grew up as the only child, but they have this weird entitlement. Not all of you, but majority, right? So no shade to anybody on my live. But when you are the only child and you've never had to be responsible or care or love or share with another child or a teenager, whoever, they have this syndrome of me, I. Entitlement, entitlement, entitlement. And not just my sister, but it's like, even when I first met her, you guys, and her dad, and I've shared this already with you guys, me and her dad like clicked, and we hit it off. And he's a wonderful guy, wonderful, her adopted father. And she was so jealous. Like, she could not stand it. Like, he had given her like some money when we went out for us to go shopping and stuff. And when they were driving me back to the train, I'll never forget it. He was like, "Oh, did you guys spend all the money?" He asked my sister, "Oh, did you guys spend all the money?" And she was like, "No." And he was like, "Oh, split it with your sister Kiki." She was so, that's my childhood nickname is Kiki. And she was so hot. She was so hot, you guys. And in so many situations, like, if I could pull up the screenshots, because he always has a receipt, this was like the third time she had cut me off because I'm not giving her enough time or attention, or I'm not concerned with her or her children, or she really had it in her head that I was back with Misha. And she's married to a pastor, so she's a pastor's wife. Her husband's a pastor, and so she sent me a message on a random day saying basically, I don't condone the relationship with you and Misha. I know you're back together with her. You're lying saying you're not. I know you guys are in a relationship. I feel like we don't have a relationship. You never check on me. You're never concerned with me. And this is the third time where she's like, I'm cutting you off. And I told myself the second time she did that, that if she came back around, I would, forgive her, because she's done it 3 times. And I met her when I was 19 years old. So I'm only 33. So however many years that is, y'all could do the math. I haven't known her that long, right? So it's very short. I grew up without, I think I was 20 years old. So maybe what, 10, 11, 12. I've known her like 13 years. Oh yeah, 13 years. My son's 13. So I've known her 12 years. My son will be 13 next month on the 6th. I've only known her 12 years, and she's cut me off twice, 2 times, because I didn't, or I wasn't calling her. She felt like I wasn't pursuing, like a sisterhood bond with her. All this stuff, you guys. Like, I have the screenshots still of every time she's done it in the last 12 years. And we went, like, for years, like, we wouldn't talk. Like, 2 years we didn't talk. One was like, I don't know. It happened 2 other times, and there was no contact, no nothing for years, for a couple years. So if we're just being like honest here, I've probably only known her or spoken with her for like 7 years, maybe 8, who knows. But anywho, so I told myself if she ever did that again, that I would cut her off. Like, it would be done. Like, you can't come back in my life. I'm not going to do that, because her life is set up very differently. She's married. Her husband is a pastor. They live in South Dakota. They have a whole different type of life than I do. I'm a single mother. Okay, sorry guys. People keep calling me. And I have a whole different life here, in Fresno. I'm responsible for my grandmother, who's 73 years old. I take care of her. I manage everything she has. I give her medication. And then I work a full-time job. I'm a full-time single mother. I don't have time to be chit-chatting. Like, especially at that time, I didn't have the time just to be chit-chatting with you and checking in on you every day. Like, you have a husband. You have a totally different life than I have. You have a support system. Her adopted parents are very well fit grandparents. They fly out there to see her. They help her financially. Like, she has a totally different life than I do. And I feel like she had this only child syndrome, where when I didn't give her enough attention or calling or texting, it was like, I need to cut you off. Or she didn't agree with my lesbian lifestyle, right? And I thought it was, it's been months since this happened. And mind you, as soon as she did that, 30 days later, I believe the whole situation happened with my brother Aaron. No, the whole situation, happened with my brother Aaron. Yes. And she never reached out. Never said, how are you doing? Are you okay? And I really felt like if she would have reached out when the whole Aaron thing happened, as a big sister should, you should put your personal feelings aside and check on your baby sister. And she did it. And I told myself, because of that, I will not speak with her. I will not. The Holy Spirit will have to mend that situation and really press my heart, because she's done that 3 times. And the third time is like, I'm not going back. Like, at the end of the day, and because she's the only child, I feel like a lot of times, she said too, like, when you talk about your siblings, you never bring me up. You never say, and my older sister. I'm not accustomed. You're not here. You don't spend enough time with us. I forget that sometimes you exist. It's nothing personal, but you're just not in our life like that. You know what I mean? And so she also said that as well. And I just feel like, as an older sister, you should be doing the checking in. You should be checking. Like, I'm the older sister here in Fresno to everybody. I'm the parent to my grandmother and mom. And I feel like she's older than me. She is the oldest. She's like older than me by 3 or 4 years. Like, you should be more worried about me. Like, you've never had to walk a day in my shoes, or never had to go through what I've went through. You were adopted out. Your life was totally different. And for her to have this entitlement, or feel like, first of all, you can't, you can cut your family off. I don't believe you can cut your family off. I think you can love your family from a distance. And that's my own personal opinion. I can't cut my family off, but I can say I'm going to back off and I'm going to love you from a distance. I'm not going to show up for you the way I used to. I'm not going to answer all your calls, but I still love you, and if you really need me, I'm here. But I just feel like family is family, right? And that's my own personal opinion. She doesn't have to agree with that. But so the reason I'm, even though I do have two sisters, the relationships are, there's no relationship there. One is really older than me, could be my grandma low key, she's that age. My dad started having children really young. My dad died at 70 something and had children really, really young. So, and then this sister, I didn't grow up with her. We didn't grow up the same. She grew up in LA. She was the only child, and I feel like she has that only child syndrome. And I grew up with all the responsibility here in Fresno for everybody, is what I feel like or felt like. And so this news is huge. It's huge for me. I'm so excited, you guys. Like, I really hope that she's open to having a relationship and getting to I'm gonna read the comments after this. Um Love is unconditional, and that's what I think. That's how I feel, but I've grown to learn and understand that that's not how everybody else feels, and that's not everybody else's perception or anything like that. So I don't let it affect me now. Before I did, I would feel some type of way, but you can't force someone to care about you, or like, where's the empathy, that the responsibility that I have? You don't have to pay rent. They live in a house for free. You know what I mean? Like, it comes with the church of him being a pastor. I have to pay $2,000 a month in rent. My PG&E bill is $600. I have a car note bill for $500. Like, I don't have a husband that's splitting the bills with me or paying the bills. I am the husband. I am the wife. I am the mom. I am the dad. So my load is way bigger than yours. So if I'm not calling and checking on you, clearly I have a lot going on, right? And I think it's so crazy when Christian people, right, especially a pastor's wife, feels like that she's holy enough to throw rocks at my house, to throw stones at my house and say, well, I don't agree with the relationship, so I'm going to cut you off. Welcome to Key Gang, Lisa Hills. Welcome. Thank you for joining the membership. I think that is so crazy how I feel like, as a Christian woman, as a woman of God, if your sister or your brother or somebody in your family is, you know, dating the same sex, or is in the LGBTQ community, I personally feel like you love them harder. You support them. Yes, all my mods. Hey, Olivia. Welcome, Lisa, to the membership. Gang, gang. I feel like you set the example. And the last thing you do is you turn from your family because you don't agree with their lifestyle. God, if Jesus was walking this earth right now, I feel like he would love all the gay people. He would sit with them, he would eat with them, because that's what Jesus did in the Bible. Is he walked with the broken people. He walked with the people that were the most jacked up. All the stories in the Bible, they all needed something from Jesus. And the woman with the issue of blood, Mary Magdalene, the prostitute, the woman at the well, all of these messed up people in the Bible, Jesus was there for them. And I think as a Christian, we're supposed to walk in that, right? And not turn away from the broken, the lost, the people that are on drugs, the people that are homosexuals, whatever it is. I just feel like that is so far from being Christ-like or a Christian. Yes, you don't have to go to their wedding if that's not something you agree with, but cutting your family member off because, oh, you don't like that there was DV in the relationship. You don't like, why would you walk away from your sister if that was her experience? And what if I was going back down the wrong road? Shouldn't you love me more? Shouldn't you be there for me more? No, you have only child syndrome. So you feel like, oh, I'm not going to agree with that. So I have to cut you off. So whenever, God gets a hold of her, because if you're a true follower of Christ and he dwells within your heart, you will be convicted that you're wrong about that. Period, point blank. And when that time comes, or if it already has come, and you try to reach out to me, I'm not saying anything. I feel like you can set boundaries, but cutting somebody off because they, none of my choices hurt you. You live in South Dakota, boo. North Dakota, South Dakota, wherever you live, you don't live here. So whatever, I don't ask you for money. I got more money than you. I'm way more financially stable than your household. I've never borrowed, asked nothing of you since you've been married. When I was going through DV situation with my first baby daddy, her family, you know, her parents helped me a little bit, but that was, you know, over a decade ago, 12 years ago. And I just, you know, people live in this illusion. They don't live in reality. And I'm sorry, I'm just not going to cut my baby sister off because I think that she's going back to her wife. Like I've told you guys, if me and Misha were to ever get back together, I'm going to tell you guys. I'm not going to hide him and be like, hey guys, I'm back in a relationship with Misha. Yes, he was there for the rejects and people that weren't accepted. Exactly, Olivia. Jesus would. But would you be happy or mad? And we're all entitled to our opinion and our feelings, right? She doesn't have to agree with my lifestyle. But as a Christ follower and as my sister, you should lead by example. And nowhere in the Bible did Jesus say, let me not talk to you because you're a prostitute. No, Jesus was like, look, you know what I mean? He broke bread with you. You didn't hide it, but you never actually told us what was going on. You just popped back up kissing her. Yeah. And it's kind of hard. And I explained, I don't know if you were there for that, boo, but it's like at the end of the day, she's still my wife. So the difference between me and everybody else is I'm not gonna like hide it, right? Like I came back on here and I did it in front of you guys. There's just nothing to hide. Of course, there's feelings there, right? I think when you're married to somebody for a decade, that's tough. It's hard to walk away from, regardless of how messy the situation is, regardless of what transpired. Also, that was 3 years ago. My son will be 3 on Halloween, you know. Yes, I think there's always going to be feelings there. That's my wife. We shared a life together. She helped me raise 3 children when they were babies, and her family did too. And I was very blessed for that help, period, point blank. So, I hope that answers that. No, you have not missed the rest of the story time. You have not. So, you have not did. Is it part 5? Part 5. Yeah, so that is my huge news. I'm super excited, y'all. Like, I'm looking forward. I hope, like I said, I hope that she's open to getting to know me or talking with me or meeting me, you guys. Like, how awesome. I never had a baby. Well, yeah. I never had a baby sister that I had like a relationship with, like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, my life is super complicated, y'all. Like, if I could just sit down and break down, like, yes, my dad had other kids, but they were adopted out, and I do have a baby sister, but we don't know if that's my dad's biological child. It's messy. Okay, my daddy was a Rolling Stone. Okay, so I don't want to take from her either and be like, oh, I don't have a baby sister, because I don't want her to see this video and feel some type of way. But, you know, I hope that this gives me an opportunity to like have a little baby sister that's 22. And like, I'm her big sister. And I don't know, maybe I operate better in that space because I've always been the big sister, right? All my siblings, you know, in my age bracket, they're younger than me. So do you have love and affection for you, kid, and your wife? You do have love or affection for you. And yes, I do. What's the news? Oh, the news is that, so so we sued the insurance company that ran over my dad. It was a woman, a young girl, and her insurance company hired a lawyer and a private investigator to find all my dad's heirs to the money, because before they issue us the money, they have to find all my dad's biological children so that everybody gets a piece of the pie. In doing so, the investigator and the lawyer found out that I have a 22-year-old baby sister, and I do know her name, but I'm obviously not going to share it. I did share with the lawyer that when they do find her, and they do speak with her to give her my name and number, my social media. And if she feels comfortable in contacting me and reaching out, I hope she does. Even if she doesn't right away, even if it takes a year or 2 years, because it's a lot, right? So imagine if you were adopted at birth and then she found out at 18 she was adopted, and then a couple years later she's like, oh, I have this big huge family. That's a lot to take in. So I'm obviously, whenever she's ready, I'm here, no pressure, nothing like that. Whenever she wants to meet me, I don't care how long it takes. I'm here. Obviously, it might take time. It's a lot to process, and I understand that, period, point blank. So I just hope that one day she does want to meet me and meet her nephews and niece. And I don't know if she has kids, but I would love to meet them. And y'all, I'm just excited. And I feel like, yes, this tragedy of losing my father has been horrific. Like, it's been so sad. And it's been something that I've been working through, because I feel like for the first 6 months of losing him, I wasn't processing it because I had so much going on with Aaron. And then 6 months after losing my dad, the situation happened with my stepdad. So now I feel like the last couple of months, I've been really processing it and coming to terms with it. And yes, it's a tragedy, but I think something so beautiful came out of it. And we found out that we have a baby sister. So came like, if somebody is adopted and then they don't like their family, they should, because at least they have a family. Right. And I'm pretty sure she does, every situation. And yes, that's very exciting. Yes, thank you. Do you have, yeah. So I'm just super excited, and I wanted to share that with you guys because how awesome is that? I always wanted a baby sister, right? And even now I have all these brothers and all these nephews. And I'm like, I just wish I had a little baby sister, right? To do things with, like, I don't know, I'm so excited. I'm excited. So I'm praying. I've been praying for her and just hoping we can be besties. Oh, I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Like, really. And I get it. Some people don't care for siblings, or, some people don't have good relationships with their siblings. But as you guys know, me and my siblings are real tight. I love them. They rocking with me and I'm rocking with them. So I'm really excited. And especially because she's really young. And so she is like my baby. I'm the big sister for real. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'm looking forward to whatever happens. And if she, doesn't mind me sharing her or a picture of her, I will post it when the time comes. Clearly, I'll ask for her permission, of course. But I share so much with you guys. And some people comment and be like, it's so negative. Like, everything in your life is so negative. It's always something bad happening. People have the audacity to comment those things. So I wanted to share something really positive, really exciting, really uplifting. It's not negative. It's not a Debbie Downer. So basically, my biological father last year on September 11th was ran over in a pedestrian accident, and then 6 months later, my stepfather was allegedly killed by my brother, allegedly. So it's been a rough year. Okay, so we haven't made it. January will be 1 year for my stepfather, but we made it to the 1 year mark for my biological father. And I have all the videos. I think it's Riley here on my YouTube channel if you want to check them out. But yes, y'all, I'm excited. So I wanted to share something positive, encouraging Caleb, clock it. Something good on my channel, because I'm always coming in tears, or it's been a rough year, you guys. It has, like, it's from my father being killed in the pedestrian action, from losing my from losing my stepfather to losing Aaron. That's been hard for me. 3 males in my life that I love and adore, back to back to back, it's been really hard. So to get news that I have a baby sister, I am so juiced, y'all. It is something very positive for me. Thank you, love. I appreciate it. So it's something very positive and uplifting, and something to look forward to. Like I said, whenever she's ready, I'm here for it, and I'm excited to, get to know her, build a relationship with her if that's something that she wants. And again, if not, I understand. It's just exciting to know that, I have a baby sister. And I don't know what she looks like, you guys. I don't I know her name, but that's it. Of course, I went on like social media, like typing in her name, looking at all these people trying to find her, but yeah. So we shall see. I do have an update for you guys about my mom, so I want to give that to you guys later. I've been keeping you guys like up to date about my mom, the situation with my mom, what's going on with that. So I do have an update on my mom. I'll come back later. I'm so late, you guys. Ellen has her sixth grade trip is in December, and tonight's the meeting. Hey, beautiful angel in the sky. But the boys are still getting their haircut. I'm literally in front of the barber shop. So, yeah, exciting, exciting. I have a baby sister. So, that's the good news. And I will keep you guys updated. Hopefully, we'll have more information the first week of October. So we talked to her the first week, the end of August. We talked to her. So it's approaching a month here really soon. And I'm looking forward to that conversation. And hopefully the investigators did locate her. And she's open to, you know, knowing her siblings. So, yes, that was my update, my big news. And as you guys can see, I'm over the moon about it. Over the moon about it. And I totally understand why. I'm so happy for you, love. Thank you. I totally get it how my daughter is just like, she wants a baby sister. And I tell her, I'm like, you do know that Ellen will be 12 in November. I'm like, you'll be like 13 years older than her. You do know that. She's like, I don't care. And Ellen is so intelligent and she just thinks so like ahead in life. She's like, well, by the time I get married and have kids, it kind of works out in my favor because she was like, I'm going to go to school first. And she wants to be a psychologist and something else, or a doctor. Somewhere in the doctor field, whether it's psychology, therapist, or like a medical doctor. She's like, I'll be in school a while, and then after I'm going to get married. And she's like, then I'll have kids. So by the time I start having kids, my little sister will be at the perfect age to watch my kids. And I was like, you are so smart. I'm like, you are so smart. So she was like, it actually benefits me. And I was like, that's such a good proposal. I love that for you. So you deserve all the happiness and blessings in the world. Thank you, Olivia. I appreciate it. I really do. Okay, so y'all let me know. Okay, look it. We're gonna end this series tomorrow. We're gonna end this series tomorrow. And I think, hey sunshine, I pray all is well. Thank you, Brittany. I think what we'll do is we're gonna end this series tomorrow. I'm ready to end this series. I'm ready to talk about it. It's been tough, y'all. It's been real tough. You know what I mean? That was a lot. It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot. Hold on really quick. I want to see something. Can you guys hear me now? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Yes, okay, you can hear me. So it's been 57 days with no contact with Jet, y'all. And I mean no contact. Like, I haven't physically seen him, heard his voice, vice versa. And it's getting to me. Can we just be transparent? Is that okay? Can we just be like transparent right here? It's getting to me. It, you know, when you have to go no contact and you have to stop dealing with somebody that you truly love. Yes, there were some negative things that happened. Yes, it wasn't all perfect. Yes, it wasn't all like sunshine and rainbows. And yes, it ended on like really horrible terms. But you ever outweighed, have you ever like sat down and did the pros and cons like in high school and college, even junior high? I think I did in the 6th grade. I don't know. And you write all the good things about somebody or the good things you experienced or what that person taught you. And then on the other side, you write all the negative things. Oh, my stomach's starting to turn. And it's like, so if I'm just being super transparent, right, raw and uncut with you guys, the positive things that he brought into my life completely outweighs the negatives. And I know for some people, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, but all the things that you went through and all the things that you said, and it's probably a little delusional, a little bit. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with omitting that out loud. That's okay, because I'm sharing my raw thoughts and feelings. But it's been 57 days and I miss him. Will I ever speak to him again or ever sit down and have a conversation? Probably not. But this is a part of my no contact, right? When you have no contact with somebody and you go cold turkey, it's only natural you miss them. Just like people that stop smoking cigarettes. I'm pretty sure when they go cold turkey, after a while, they think about hitting a cigarette. I mean, I wouldn't know. I've never been a cigarette smoker. Too demure for that, you know? And I do miss him. And, you know, I haven't reached out, I haven't called, I haven't texted. I still have him blocked. I have him blocked on social media and I have him blocked on my phone, period. Right? Because the disrespect at the end was so freaking high. Right? And I have to stand on business. I have to, because if not, that makes you a pushover. That makes me not knowing my worth, not like seeing the value within my own self. You do know it's 6:20. I'm still in live, but it's 6:20. So is he done with are the boys I'm on live with the boys' hair? But even if I leave right now, it'll be too late. It wouldn't even matter. By the time I get there, you figure we live across town. So it's fine. So um and she's there anyway, so she could tell me what happened. It is I have to know my self-worth and value myself enough to understand that how things ended were super super bad and the respect was out the window. But at the end of the day, all of the positive things, all of the good things he brought to my life, all of the things that he exposed me to, like, they were phenomenal. And I don't want to take away from it. Like, I don't want to act as though it was like the positive and great things he did bring to my life, you know, are non-void now. They're non-existent because of how it ended. No, that's a lie. Those things are still great. Those were moments and times and things that we shared that were awesome. And there's things that are bad, you know, how things ended. So, yeah, y'all. 57 days, no contact. I'm holding strong. I'm trying to. I really am. So, yeah. A lot. But tomorrow we will end this. So if you're watching this live and you've been waiting, tomorrow at 8:30, I will be live and we will do part 5. I know I've said that a million times, but I promise you, everybody put their pinky to the screen and let's do the old faithful pinky promise. I will see you tomorrow at 8:30. I'm going to try to come back live and give you guys an update on my mom. So, because I know I've been sharing that with you guys, as long, you know, with my brother Aaron, and my mom being in the program. So, thank you guys for being here. I will keep you posted on my baby sister and when that all unfolds, hopefully very soon here. I'm really excited. So, the positive things in my life right now outweigh the sad things. And I want to go into 2025 with a positive perspective, um, a healthy perspective. Um, because last year, within 12 days of the new year, I lost my stepfather and my brother, one to death and one to the prison system, which is one of the most traumatic things I've ever experienced in my entire life, literally. And I think honestly, it was more traumatic than giving birth on my own. Going through that was so hard, was so ugly, was so horrific, you guys. And I think it's hard for others to understand unless you were walking in my shoes, living in my shoes. But it was horrible. So I'm excited for positive, good things coming my way. And there's so many, and I'm grateful. So I love y'all, and I appreciate you guys for being here, tuning into my live. And I know a lot of mommies are dealing with their kids right now. So if I can come back live, it will be later on this evening just to update you guys on my mom. If not, I will update you guys. Hey, Katie, how are you doing? Dealing with food cravings while losing weight. Sugar free. If you have cravings during like a weight loss, get things that are sugar free and low in calorie. Pudding, sugar free, low calorie. Things that can curb the crave as much as possible, but don't interrupt your, weight loss journey. That's my best advice. And there's so many things out there. YouTube, Google, Pinterest, Instagram. Look at people's weight loss journey, and they have TikTok, so much free good advice to share. So definitely look that up. So, of course, you're welcome. I wonder, since I'm still sitting out here, should I just end this live and then update you guys on my mom? So let's end this live and then I'll come back. Um, because only one of my sons have gotten a haircut. And I totally had a meeting at my daughter's school. So I'm thinking if I leave, I don't know what to do. Because I live across town from here. So by the time I get there, the meeting is going to be over with. She's at the meeting, so she can tell me it's a waste of time to drive it's going to take me like 15 minutes. So I won't get there until 6:50. Nope, it won't be worth it. So she can just tell me everything that happened in the meeting because the boys are getting a haircut and they need it really bad. So, do you guys like vlogs anymore? Because I noticed like the last vlog I posted, y'all wasn't really watching it. So it's like YouTube now. Is it just better to go live and not like post vlogs? Or is it just because I'm not consistent with it? Let me know, y'all. Excuse me. No. Like, do people just prefer now to be on live? Is that like the new thing of YouTube? I don't know. Y'all let me know. I see a lot of content creators on YouTube going live now more than vlogs. Like, they post a little bit of vlogs, but it's the lives. No, okay. Well, I guess I'll come back on here, but I want to do 2 separate videos because they're 2 separate things. So I'll be back.